Hi, welcome to the Predator conditioning video. We developed these workout routines over the last several fights. It wasn't just something that I developed, my teammates developed. As always, you have to have a good, strong team in order to become a champion. It's not something that's done just by myself. A lot of my training is solo training, like the running, the bag work, what have you. But a lot of it relies on my training partners. I have 4 great training partners that work hard constantly for me. They dedicate a lot of their time and they support me all the time with this event. What I do when I'm at home, I get up in the morning and I'll run 2, 3, 4 miles, whatever it takes. I'll then go back to bed. I'll get up later and I'll eat something. And I'll go work out. What I do in my morning workout is lifting weights. I'll lift weights for probably about an hour and a half. I warm up by jumping rope. Again, I go home, I eat something. I'll probably take another nap. I get up, I hit the heavy bag. I hit the heavy bag probably for about an hour, hour and a half. Again, I get something to eat. And then I go to sleep again. And then I get up and I travel an hour and a half to go to my workout facility. That's where my 4 partners come into play. We work out probably for about anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours to 2.5 hours. I hop back in the truck. I go home. I get home at midnight. This is something that you have to adapt to your style. Like I said, sometimes we work out for an hour. Sometimes we work out for 2.5 hours. It all depends on how the workout's going and how I'm feeling. You have to listen to your body. Sometimes you get up and you say, I'm just too tired. Hey, take the day off. Nobody's going to sue you for it. You know, it's something you have to listen to your body. You have to be aware. Sometimes you got to take a day off because you have to recuperate, not only physically but mentally. This stuff will wear on you after a while. If you train hard all the time, you become strong mentally, but it does tear at the body. Also, what you're going to do is you're going to build your conditioning. The conditioning is probably one of the top key factors in the fight game. If I go in there and I'm looking across the octagon at, say, Marco Huas, I think Marco Huas and I probably are equal as far as fighting skills, both standing and on the ground. It'd probably just be a mirror image. Now, for me to gain the advantage, I have to have better conditioning than Marco. Marco's a fantastic fighter. Marco, I think, swims, he runs, he works out just as hard as I do. What I have to do is I have to work out that much more harder. 2 times harder than him, 2.5 times harder than him, whatever it takes. Because during that fight, we're going to reach a certain point to where somebody's going to snap, both physically and mentally. And that's where the conditioning comes in, and you gain the edge. When I jump rope, I generally started jumping rope with a CD. I took my favorite CD, boom, shove it in the player. Next thing you know, I jump rope for the whole CD. After a while, you're thinking, my God, how many more songs are on this silly thing? And it's no longer your favorite CD. You begin to hate that CD. So you have to go down to the store and you've got to buy another one. And that becomes your most hated CD. This is what you got to do. You've got to get into this focus. This is serious stuff. It requires a lot of dedication. Once I become loose, then I can go on to something and do what I want. I say if I get loose, I can go hit the bag. You can't walk up there and you can't hit the bag when you're all stiff and you're all tight. What you're going to do is you're going to strain something. You're not going to get the snap. Boom, you need a long reach. You need a snap. You got to use your hips. You got to use your legs. That's where the jumping rope comes in. Jumping rope will relax your whole body. Also, sometimes if you're too stiff hitting the bag, what you want to do is you want to get tired first. Because you get tired, then you start concentrating more on technique rather than just run up there and boom, 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 boom. That's where the advantage comes in. You've got to listen to your body. You've got to figure out ways to improve your skill. If your skill level is here, you want to get it up here, you've got to listen to your body. It'll tell you how to do this. If you're too tight, then you're not going to improve. If you find that once you get tired, you're not relying on the strength. You start relying on technique. That's what you got to do. You got to walk into your workout room tired. That way you can start advancing in your levels. I'm sure you didn't buy this video to watch me stand here and talk the whole time. You want to see what I actually do. So I guess it's time to get involved in this. Again, I'm not Muhammad Ali. I can't jump rope like Muhammad Ali can. He's probably one of the greatest athletes to ever walk on the planet. I'm just a big dumb hick, and I jump rope as good as I can. Sometimes I can go for 1 minute straight, 2 minutes straight. Sometimes I get my foot caught up. I have to start all over again. That's just part of life. Just because you fall down and you fumble doesn't mean that you have to stay down. Get back up. Keep going. That's the secret to being the champion. There you go. Get tied up. Keep going. Nobody's watching, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about. We all make mistakes. The secret is not to get rattled. You get rattled in the workout room, then when you get in the competition, you're going to get rattled there. Practice. Whatever you practice in the workout room is going to come through while you're competing. If you practice getting rattled, well, then what you're going to do is you're going to rattle during the competition. Now, like I said, I jump rope for the length of a whole CD, but I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to advance on to the next move. I drink a lot of water while I'm working out. Constantly keep your body hydrated. If you get dehydrated, you can't think. You get tired. What you want to do is maintain a large amount of energy while you're working out. Andy Carter here, one of my 4 sparring partners, like I talked about. These guys are fantastic. These guys are what make you a champion, is your workout partners. If you go in there and all you have is a throwing dummy or a piece of silly putty, you're not going to be a champion. You need good, strong, tough sparring partners who are going to take care of you. These guys don't allow me to get hurt. These guys take care of me at all times. That's what you need. You need good friends. Then these friends advance into becoming family. To get loose, we generally stretch out. After we're done with the stretching out routine, somebody will come over and they'll let me know that stretching's over. They'll let me know by just crawling on top of me. And when they crawl on top, we just lightly roll around. We're rolling around, we're laughing, we're playing. Because this is something that you want to do. You want to make sure that you have a good time while you're working out. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then it's going to be a miserable experience and you're going to get burnt out on it. What I'm doing here is I'm stretching out. I'm warming the muscles. What I'm going to be getting into is doing this hard. Right now, I'm flexing all the muscles I can't flex while I'm stretching. This is what we're going to be doing seriously here in a few minutes. And it's not fun and games. It's a high stress situation. So now we have fun. We go half speed, probably not even half speed, probably just 10%. All we want to do is roll around. We want to get warm. We're not in here to beat each other up and hurt each other. We work as a unit. What you do also is you figure out your strengths and your weaknesses while you're just playing around. And he comes on top of me, we're just rolling around playing. I find out that I can't get a certain lock. I find out that I'm susceptible to a neck choke. Who knows? This is where you discover this stuff. This is where you say, hey, when we start working out, I want to concentrate on arm bars. I'm weak in the arm bar area. This stuff teaches you a lot. Not only does it warm you up, but it also teaches you a lot mentally. It also teaches you a lot about your sparring partners. It teaches you, hey, I can trust these guys. Because if I'm just going real light and my partner decides that he's going to beat the UFC champion and hurt me, then I know I want to get rid of that guy. I constantly have people coming into the workout room. They want to work out with me. My guys will make the determination as to whether they do or not. I trust their judgment. They are my eyes and my ears when it comes to the workout situation. This is fun and games, people. This is what you're going to make it. This is light. Basically what we do here is we roll around generally for no more than 15 minutes. Again, we're trying to warm up the muscles, trying to warm up the ligaments and the tendons. Those get cold too. What we want to do is be ready when we have to get into the full phase of the workout. These guys are great. These guys are what make me a champion. If you ever see anybody, you can't win the Super Bowl with just one guy. Also, as we're doing this, we're checking out our technique. See where I'm weak at, where I'm strong at. What I also have to do, there you go. Got a good arm bar. But I'm not cranking on this man. Me and this man are working together. Look, I can't go in and win the UFC if I get hurt. I tap out all the time during the workout room. Andy makes me tap. Rich makes me tap. Sam, Rainey, they all make me tap. Thing is that I can trust these guys not to continue on. There's a lot of superstars out there. Once you tap, they're going to keep applying the pressure. They're also going to go outside and run around, hey, I made Don Frye tap. These guys aren't going to do that. These guys aren't in there for that. These guys are in there to make sure that I can stay the champion, and they do a great job. Next phase of the routine is we decide who's going in the guard. We spend most of our time on the ground because 90% of the fights in the UFC end up on the ground. Also, I don't spend a lot of time standing up and sparring because I'm not going to hurt my people. I have a heavy bag for that. I have a guy who works mitts for that also. I'm real happy with the way Danny Diaz works my mitts for me. He does a good job. Those are focus pads, hand mitts. He'll move around. I'll follow around. I'll hit that. I'll hit the heavy bag. There's no need to go around beating up your sparring partners. Andy's in the guard. I work the guard. I work the top position. What happens here also is Andy and I will probably go for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute sprint. After that, say Rich will come in. Generally, what they do, sometimes they'll be nice to let me come up, and then Rich will hop down in the guard. A lot of the times, Andy will hold me down. Rich then comes in and cheap shots me, These guys, it's a lot of fun we have, but it's also serious work. We're down here working. Again, I'm not going to punch my guy. We will simulate. I'll say a shot to the rib. I may say hammer strike to the head. I may say headbutt, but I never make contact. If you ever go into a dojo and you see two guys on the ground, one guy's on top of him, punching away, grab your gear and get out of there. Find someplace else. Because that sensei or whoever's running the dojo is an idiot. You don't want to be involved in anything like that. Safety first. If this man breaks my arm, I can't compete. I can't make a living. Again, simulate elbows. I'll simulate knees. He taps, I stop. This will go on for about a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever we decide. We decide at the beginning of the workout, okay, we're gonna go 1 minute sprints, 2 minute sprints, 5 minute sprints, what have you. Then Rich comes in. Andy's in the gi. Rich comes in just shorts and a t-shirt. What I want to do is get a different look on all of my workout partners. Sam will work out without a t-shirt. That way I have the sweat situation going with Sam. Here I have the gi. I have to learn how to wrestle with a man with a gi, grab hold of the man, and not get caught. If I grab hold of Andy, I stretch out, and he armbarred me. All I got to do is have enough sense, grab hold of this, let go at a certain point. You got to know when to let go of the gi. Simulate the hammer strikes. Simulate the rib shot.
Now go to your guard. Now, someone go, mate, break. Get him, Cal. Get him, Cal. No. We start all over again. Mate, break.
Break.
Let's Rick. Get him, Rick. Mate.
Get him, Cal.
Get him, Cal. Get him.
Put his arm.
Let's Rick. You see how we keep fresh horses in all the time, so it pushes Mr. Frye. Mate, water.
What you see is we will do that probably for anywhere from a half hour to an hour. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to some drills. My partners will line up and we'll go through a sprawl drill.
This way.
Go this way. What I'm doing here, these guys are down. These guys shoot at my legs. I get probably about arm's length away. I'm in preparation for this. These guys take a shot, I sprawl back. I then move on to Rich. After Rich does it, I then move on to Cal. After Cal does it, I go back, then I do it again. Probably do this about 5 or 6 times. After that, I'll start running around my workout room. Workout room's a lot bigger than this, and we run around for probably about a minute to 2 minutes. At that point, I have Randy Martinez, who is a former Navy SEAL, who runs, just for the sake of running, I don't know, around 9 miles a day or something like that. I got to try and keep up with him. He's my pacer. Obviously, I'm not built like that, so it's hard. So he pushes me. After that, I come in, I hit the dummy. The throwing dummy will be on the ground. Now that's where I work my elbows. I work my elbows, my knees, my headbutts. I don't work it with my partner. Like I said before, that's stupid. Have you ever seen anybody do that? Grab your stuff and get out. It doesn't make any sense to do anything like that. In a position, so we were fighting. I know this man's going to shoot. So I get in my wrestling stance position. He shoots, I sprawl back. As I sprawl back, you see I come down with his back and his head. Boom. I want to control this man. Boom, I control this man. Now I go back. We try and do this as quickly as possible. I have 1 minute to do this drill. We will have a set number of times to do this drill. I have to complete it within 1 minute. As you see, increases your heart rate, increases your breathing, does not take long. After that point, one of my partners goes and gets the dummy. I now start my running routine. I'm running around the whole workout area. Like I said, 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever the determined time is. Somebody yells time. I advance to the dummy. Get in the mount position. Boom. Work the elbows. Go to the side mount. Boom. Work the elbows. Pass the arm. I pass the arm. Now I'm rolling up for the knees. Coming with the elbows too. Again, while I'm working out, I'm practicing lowering my weight. Let the man carry my weight. Boom, 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 boom. Arm bar. Ribs. Head. I'm keeping my weight down. Working this. Again, arm bar. Whatever I see, I use. Again, as in the side mount position, I'm attacking the man. Next situation. And then go to my running again. I'll run another 1 minute, another 2 minutes. Whatever the determined time is. Keep it up until they yell time. Once they yell time, we're going to begin our kick drill. Again, 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever the determined time is. I want to prepare myself. I want to make sure my partner's ready. I just don't say time, run over, start kicking the man. I make sure my partner's ready. I get my stance. This is where you can slow it down. This is where you can think about it. You don't want to run over, just jump, kick, end up getting hurt, doing it wrong, getting out of position. You want to line this up. What I'm doing is I'm working technique now. Does me no good to come over here, kick the man wrong, hit his elbow with my foot. I'm going to line up the way I want to be lined up. I got to relax. I have to get a certain number of kicks within this 2 minute time. Get my kicks in. Again, begin my running. Okay, now somebody yells time. I decide it's time to take a break. Go over, grab your water. It's not a commercial. I'll try and cover up the water so nobody thinks, well, hey, he's advertising for someone during his video. That's cheap. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to convince you of make sure you have a large amount of water. Gatorade, Powerade, whatever it is. You have to stay hydrated. If you get dehydrated, you can't concentrate. You want to stay fresh. Drink lots of water. I always take breaks. I drink a lot of water. I probably carry about 5 or 6 water bottles with me, large water bottles, and I go through them every workout. Sit down. Talk to your guys. Your people will tell you, okay, look, you looked real good on the sprawls, but you looked real weak on the kick. So then we say, okay, fine. I got to concentrate more on the technique on my kick. Say, I'm not pivoting properly on my foot. I'm not turning my hip into it. What is it? Say, my hand's coming down, my hand's staying down as I come back. Boom, boom. That's what your partners are for. Your partners are there to tell you about your weaknesses. You have to allow them to be able to dissect your skills and tell you. You have to listen to your partners. They're the best asset that you have going. Again, drink lots of water. If you feel like you're working too hard, sit down and take a break. There's nobody there telling you, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Just like Don Frye. I'm lucky. This is my job. I don't have an 8-hour job and then I go to the workout room. This is all I do. God's blessed me in that area. If you're not blessed in that area, you have to take care of your job first. This is just a hobby for you. This is just a workout. So don't come in here, don't watch the video, and don't have a heart attack. We don't want anything like that happening. Listen to your body. Relax. Enjoy this. Again, now I've recuperated. My heart rate's down, my breathing's down. That's what you need to do, is you're trying to shorten the time of recuperation. Get your heart rate up to a certain point. Now you want to make sure it comes back down. Say at first it takes 5 minutes for it to come down. What you want to do is work for 4:45, 4:30, 4:15, 4. Eventually it'll be calmed down back to 30 seconds. That's where I'm at. And I'm lucky. And the only reason I'm at that point is because this is my job. Andy? In the octagon, the reason why I'm looking for a 30-second recuperation time is because if Andy and I are up here fighting, we go down to the ground, I'm in his guard, I may want to take a breather. When I take a breather, I tuck my arms, I tuck my head. That way, I'm not leaving my hands out here to get broke. I'm not standing here taking a breather, exposing myself to a punch. I'm burying my face down. I'm protecting. Doing whatever I have to do to catch my breather, to reduce my heart rate, reduce my breathing. When I feel refreshed, now I resume my attack. Also at the same time, this man's relaxing. This man's heart rate and breathing is going down. So what you have to do is hope that your conditioning is better than your opponent's. That's where I'm lucky. That's where I can outdo a lot of my opponents because, again, I don't have a regular job. This is all I do. So I'm lucky enough to concentrate on training all day long. Continuing with the workout, I'm refreshed. I took my break. I had my water. I sat down. I talked with my guys. I said, okay, what do you all want to do next? What do I feel like doing next? We discussed this situation. This is a team effort. The team doesn't make the individual. The individuals make the team. That's what I have. I have great individuals. Like I said, I'm the one who's lucky enough to be out in the spotlight. These guys are doing all the hard work. These guys are dedicating their time after work to come to help me. What we're going to do here now is we're going to work from the clinch. We're in a clinch situation. What I want to do is I'm going to try to get away. Whatever it takes. He starts up. Simulate knees. Break out. He comes up. Stimulate knees. Scoot out. Andy now comes in. Andy grabs. Now what I do? Simulate knees. Arm drag. Now I'm behind him. Now we've done our mat work. So if I want, we may go to the mat. Once we reach the mat, we come back up. That part of the workout's been completed. What we're doing is, boom, duck under, go to the mat. I've accomplished my drill. Now we come back up, now we start all over again. And he gets the clinch. I'm trying to get my hips back. Cause space. Boom. That drill's over. Now Cal comes in. Again, I rotate my workout partners. These guys are fatiguing me, but yet they're staying fresh. This way, they remain injury-free. Cal comes in. Cal gets the clinch. Arm drag. We go down. Come back up. Cal gets the clinch. Cal gets the clinch. Always let your partner have the move, have the position. This way, I can get trained to get out of the position. Grab the wrist. Arm drag. Go behind. Now we go down. Fresh horse. Break through. I'm fighting. Using everything I can. Suck up. Boom. And a drill. If I get a good throw like that. Knocks the wind out of Rich. Rich can walk away. Now Andy comes in. What you want to do is you want to remain fresh. Make sure your guys don't get hurt. Again, take a break. Get some water. Talk to your opponents. How do I feel?
Good.
Feel good. Where's my weaknesses?
Hands. You gotta turn with the hands.
There. That's what these guys are here for. Start over again. I've got a drink of water. I'll let the water settle on my stomach. Now we start again. Andy gets the position. Why did I give him the clinch? Because that's what we're working. We're working the clinch position. Does me no good. Say, okay, Andy, we're going to work the clinch position. Wrestle. I don't ever let him get into it. I have to give him that move. Now he's in that position. Now he knows how I pop my hips back. Lock up. Andy's locked up. Now, I know Andy's shorter than I am. I know that his arms are not as long as my torso. I step back, breaking his hold. Boom. Go to my move. What I've done is I've created the distance that is required. Clinch is a tight position. He's here. He's got me. He's got the advantage. What do I have to do? I have to get out. How do I get out? I create distance. Cal comes in. These guys stay fresh. These guys take my falls. That way I don't get hurt. But I don't cheap shot these guys. Like I said, when these guys gets hurt, boom, that lessens my army of men. Right now I have an army of 3 guys. Cal gets hurt, I'm down to 2. Andy gets hurt, I'm down to 1. Rich, fantastic partner, fantastic athlete, but he can't train as long as I can. Why? He has an 8-hour job. Second reason, I've trained to work out with 3, 4, 5 guys. Rich is trained to come in every 4th or 5th guy. Therefore, my conditioning's up higher. So therefore, I have the advantage. Just like a fight. Rich and I are equal opponents. The determining factor will be conditioning. Now, because I've been training against 4 or 5 guys, obviously I have the advantage. I'm down to 1 workout partner. What happens? Rich comes in, Rich gets hurt. Boom, I'm sitting against the wall. How am I going to win a UFC if I have nobody to work out with? It's impossible. All right, again, what you're seeing is a very short time period. Andy and Rich and Cal are coming in for probably 5 or 10 seconds, 15 seconds at the most during this video. What I would be doing is working out with them 1, 2, 3 minutes at a time. That's how this rotation process works. We go for a minute at a time with Andy. Boom, Rich comes in. Boom, Cal comes in. We're condensing this so you can see what the workout is like. But I actually work out for a lot longer. That's why I have such a good conditioning. Sometimes what we'll do is we'll work throws. The hard part about working throws is you have to find the amount of power to do the throw properly without injuring your partner. Even if you don't injure him, your partner can only take a certain amount of throws during the night. Say I grab Andy, I start throwing him full speed, bam, bam, bam. After 5 throws, he's going to get mad and he's going to walk out. He may be tired. If he gets too bruised up, he can't help train me. He sits out for the next night. What am I doing? I'm down another workout partner. Again, this is a little bit like a science to find out how to do this properly without beating up your partners. We're going to be here. Sometimes I'll just practice half the move. Say I'm going to do Osoto Gari. I'll practice pulling down, I'll practice punching, I'll practice my footwork. But I won't go completely through with the throw. What I'll do, I'll practice the footwork. I'll practice this maybe for a minute. Rich will then come in. Rich comes in. I practice a different move. Practice my footwork. This is part of the conditioning. It's also technique. You've got to have this. Cal then comes in. Cal comes in. I practice this. Grab the wrist, push it down, come around behind. Minute at the piece. Man, I'm tired. Come over. Get my drink of water. Rich pulls the dummy in. I go back to my run. What this is doing is keep my body warm, keeping it loose. When I run, I allow my muscles to bounce. I'm not running around like this. I'll get burnt out. Let your muscles flop. Relax. I hate running. It's not something to enjoy. But sometimes it's a lot better than getting in here, having these guys kick my butt. I take my time. Boom, time's up. Back on the dummy. Again. Bam, bam. Block it with the elbow. Bam, knees. Block the head with the knee. Elbow. Shift my weight. Coming down here. Arm bar. Ribs. Ribs. Reason I switch. You only throw so many elbows on the right side. You get tired. You only throw so many knees. You get tired. So you have to attack the body now. You have to go to the left arm. You have to go to the left knee. Why? Because I'm trying to get a continuous workout. If I come here and I get tired, I start just doing things halfway, it does me no good. What I've got to do is I have to maintain a certain level for this workout to be any good. Like I said, if I come over here, I get tired, well, it's time to take a break. Listen to your body. Don't just go through the motions, just go through the motions. You're not learning anything, you're not gaining anything. What you've got to do, every time you leave that gym, every time you leave that workout room, you have to leave better than you came in, better than the day before. That way you know that you're achieving something. Again, I've got my dummy workout. I get it out of there. The guys do all the work for me. They clear the material. Why? It's not degrading to them. These guys work with me. They don't work for me. These guys are here to help me out. Andy then comes over again. Don't kick with his knee. We talk. I come over here. Rich is watching my footwork. Rich tells me if my technique's good. Andy tells me if the power's there.
Power's there.
That's what these guys are here for. Cal can tell me, hey, your foot's not turning. Your arms aren't coming up. Each guy is there for a certain reason. Each guy pulls together. What I am, I'm the monster that these Dr. Frankensteins have created. I'm just the stew that the chefs have all pitched together. That's it, folks. All this work, all this success that I get is because of these guys' hard work. Now, I would be nowhere without these guys. I'll be the first to tell you that. Again, you start your running. Well, I'm staying loose. I just kicked the bag for a minute, 2 minutes, what have you. My legs are tight. Now I'm loosening my legs. We're jogging around. Somebody yells time. Now it's time to go back into the wrestling mode. We'll work on the ground again. Because why? I'm tired of standing up, Andy. I want to go down.
Okay, we'll do mat work.
Now we're going to do mat work. Why? Because we work together as a team. Go down. I'm tired, so I get in Andy's guard. Now we work. Same leg punches. I got my move.
Fresh horse.
Punch, punch. Punch. Pass the guard. I'm on top. Got my choke. Next side comes in. I didn't get up. Cal takes advantage. Cal's a nice guy, so he rolls me over into his guard. Punch. Pass him. Come around. I'm going to say, well, now I'll work the elbow. Stop him up. Go to an arm bar. Again, we would do that 1, 2, 3 minute goes per person. Again, I generally have 5 or 6 guys doing this. So that's a 15-minute routine right there. Then we say, oh, geez, I'm tired. Get some water. Take a break. You got to sit down. You got to start thinking. You got to discuss what I do wrong.
Posted your arm when you got tired and guard.
Got caught in an arm bar. Handy could have broke it off. Boom. That'd be it. If that happens in competition, it'd be all over. Thank you. So that's why I have these guys. These guys are here to tell me when I get sloppy. If you get sloppy, call time, sit down, have some water. Think about what you're doing. Next routine is the heavy bag routine. What I do is I wear real heavy gloves. The reason I wear heavy gloves is because of hand speed and also protect my hands against the bag. When I get into the octagon, we have light gloves. After fighting with these, practicing with these, and you put on the light gloves, you're a lot faster. You hit a lot quicker. That's the key. Speed kills. That's the whole situation with this thing. Also, I hit this thing for probably about an hour during the day. Again, I get up, I do my run. I go back, grab something to eat, go to bed. Get up, either lift weights or hit the bag. Sometimes I'll lift weights and hit the bags in the same day. Because after that, I go back, eat, take a nap, get up, drive an hour and a half to the gym, and I roll around with my buds. Boom. After that, I go home. Now, working this bag, not only you develop power, but you also develop the speed that's necessary. Cal's going to come in. Cal's going to hold the bag so that we don't have to chase the bag. This is also a very heavy bag, hard, so I'm not going to hit it hard. I just cut back from having my hand operated on. I broke it against Tank Abbott or against Gary Goodridge. We don't know. We haven't decided which one it was. Boom. When I hit this is a technique factor. As you see, I'm loading up with the power punch. When I hit the power punch, it's a straight punch. See my hips move. I pivot on my feet. I just don't come in here, punch like this. This is a technique. This is a technique drill. It's also a conditioning drill. You do this for an hour. It's going to wear on you. I protect myself at all times. As you see, even just standing here talking to you. When I throw my power punch, my left hand doesn't drop. A lot of people punch like this. There's no reason to punch like this. That's sloppy fighting. What you want to do is protect yourself at all times. You see, when I twist my body twists fully so that this shoulder is protecting this side of my chin. I'm using my whole body on the punch. It's a straight punch. When you're punching, you look down the barrel of a gun. Again, with the jab. It's a straight jab. Notice I turn at the end of it. I remain relaxed. When I'm going to do this, I don't crunch up at the shoulders. I lift my hands at the elbows. If you lift your hands from the shoulders, what you're going to do is you're going to limit your power. You're also going to burn out. You want to remain relaxed. Again, this is a thinking situation. You come up, you lift your hands at the elbows. Get your feet underneath of you. Know where your balance is. You're fighting through a window. You don't want to lean through the window. You just want to punch through the window. Exhale on your punch. Now, I'm throwing one jab at a time. You don't want to get into a routine. Jab, 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 punch. You've got to vary the routine. If I come up here, I just throw one jab at a time. That's what's going to happen in a fight. What I want to do is I want to change the situation. I'll come in, throw 2 jabs. Throw 3 jabs. Maybe I'll switch hands. Throw one jab. Throw 3 jabs. Notice when I throw my jab, I'm not going down here. I come back, protect myself. Straight punches. You don't get any power looping these things. You don't get any power just punching with the arm. I'm stepping into these punches. Bob, weave. Practice what you're going to be doing in the fight. Duck hunter. Boom. Shot to the ribs, shot to the head. Not everything has to be a power. Relax, work on your speed. Now also, you have the luxury in the UFC using an elbow. I come under, pop, pop, pop. Train your full arsenal. Sometimes I'll even throw a kick if I want to. But generally, I throw a kick because I get lazy, I get tired. Your arms get tired. It happens to everybody. Don't take it personal. Don't say, oh my God, I can't do this. Hey, it happens. You throw a kick, you can relax, walk away, take a breather if you're getting lazy, if you're getting sloppy. You don't want to get sloppy. Listen to your body. Again, we're here. I'm stepping into this jab. Again. Come back out. I'm protecting myself at all times. I come in with that power punch. I want to leave with a jab. Boom, boom. Got to protect yourself on the way out as well as the way in. I come in, duck under his punch, hit a rib, hit the head. I can step out with a power punch. Get some combinations going. 2 jabs, a straight right. 2 jabs, straight right, left hook. 3 jabs, boom, boom, boom. Straight right, left hook, uppercut. Maybe I go there, 2 jabs, straight right, hook, elbow. You got to develop some kind of routine. You got to vary that routine. You just can't come up and say, well, there's the bag, I think I'll hit it. You got to have something in mind. You can't walk up and say, well, there's the octagon. There's my opponent. I guess I'll fight him. You got to have a game plan. I'm here. Say, okay, I'll hit a couple jabs. I'll face up with the right. I'll step in for a left hook. When I'm doing this, I'm using my whole body. Just not going boom, 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 boom. My whole body's working. My hips are moving. Throwing the punch from my legs. I got off balance there, got a little sloppy. So now I come back. What did I do wrong? Well, I come in here, I stood up, got too erect. Want to protect myself. There you go, that's proper. Why? Because I stood back and I thought about it. Well, what did I do wrong? Oh, this is what I did wrong. Bam, bam, bam. Again, this is conditioning. I do this for an hour. Sometimes I'll do 10-second sprints. Someone will yell, okay, time. Time. That's the end of that. Now I get a 10-second rest. Take my time, develop my wind back. Now I go again. Time. As you notice, on this sprint, I'm twisting my body. I'm just not coming up here and going. I'm not coming down, lowering my hands, protecting my belly button, protecting my nipple. I'm working on technique. Bam, 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 bam. When you fight, when you hit the bag, when you hit a person. You want to give them everything you have. You can't give him everything you have by just throwing arm punches. They don't work. Again, that's why I have gloves on. I'm here. Sizing my opponent up. Figure what I'm going to do. Got head movement. I'm moving at the waist. I'm not throwing my punch here. I'm not leading with my face. If I squat, boom, 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 boom. I come in, hit the ribs. When I hit the ribs, you hit the man's ribs. His hand comes down. Now you attack his face because it's exposed. Soften him up, bam, bam. Drop underneath his punch. Rib shot, he drops his hand, bam, knockout punch. I get tired. If I get tired, I have the luxury of switching. I fight both right-handed and left-handed. So that way I can cheat. It gets me in trouble sometimes. Why? Because I'm not getting full condition with this side. But I fight that way, so I have to train that way also. Notice how my hands come straight back to where they're supposed to be. This one stands right here. I'm not walking out there. I'm not fighting like this. I'm not trying to protect my ears or above my head. What you do here is you're exposing your ribs. What I want to do is I want to protect my chin. I want to protect my ribs. I'm not walking out here fighting like this either. These are my ribs exposed. My elbows are right next to my ribs. My hands are next to my chin. I'm presenting a small target by moving to the side. If I walk out here, not only do I give him a big target, but I also have only arm punches. I have no leverage. If I decide I want leverage, I have to cock back. While I'm cocking back, my opponent will hit me. Present a sideways, whatever side you have. Again, you can take a step back or you can take a step forward, whatever the situation calls for. Here I am, small target. Balance. I'm punching through that window, but my body's not going through the window. Using the whole length of my arm. Use it. You have it, use it. Also, you got a power punch. Sit down on that power punch. You're extending here on the jab. Bam, come back, now sit. Whacking with it. Bam. Again, you're here, sit, bam. Unload all your strength, all your power on it. Boom. Step in, hook. Step in at an angle. I'm just not stepping straight in when I step in diagonally. Boom, I'm cocked. Boom. I'm throwing my punches from my chin. I step in, boom. I'm not stepping in, winding up. You're going to get hit. You also don't gain any power off of that. These punches are tight. All the power comes from your hips. Does you no good. Come in, take a second to drop your hand, wing this sucker. You're not gaining that much. What you're doing is you're losing time. You're opening up yourself to an attack. This has been the Predator conditioning tape. Not everybody has the luxury of training 24 hours a day like I do. But what you can do is incorporate this into your lifestyle. This is hard work. That's what life's all about. Thing is, you're a champion. I'm a champion. Everybody's a champion as long as you don't quit. When you use this, always concentrate, relax, enjoy what you're doing. Good luck.